Hello friends, this week we're reviewing The Wanderers, directed by Philip Kaufman. Before we begin, please be sure to subscribe and click the like, so you never miss one of my video reviews. The Warriors is a darkly and comedic coming-of-age drama that follows a Italian-American street gang known as the Wanderers, who navigate the perilous flights of adolescence in a rapidly changing New York City, as the neighborhood they once dominated succumbs to encroaching racial tensions and new gangs. With territorial wars and shifting cultural landscapes, these boys must confront not only external threats, but also the dawning realization that their way of life is on borrowed time. Based on the acclaimed novel by Richard Price, the film features a powerhouse performance from Ken Wall as Richie Jan, the charismatic yet conflicted leader of the Wanderers. When his older brother gets him involved in an interracial gang war, Richie finds himself torn between his loyalty to his family and his friends and his attraction to a girl outside their world. Together with his loyal gang, which includes the hot-headed Joey, played brilliantly by John Friedrich, and the cool-headed Perry, portrayed by a young Michael Imperioli, Richie must defend his turf against rival gangs like the vicious Fordhams, Baldies, and the mysterious Ducky Boys, all while trying to stay true to himself. But as the body count rises, and the lines between right and wrong become increasingly blurred, Richie starts to question everything he thought he knew about loyalty, courage, and what it means to be a man in a world that's quickly falling apart. With its unflinching portrayal of street life, The Wanderers explores themes of tribal loyalty versus individual growth, violence as ritual, cultural shifts, and loss of innocence. At its core, however, the film is a character study of Richie and his journey towards self-discovery, with masterful direction by Philip Kaufman, who brings a unique blend of gritty realism and absurdist surrealism to the story. The Wanderers is a timeless coming-of-age story that continues to resonate with audiences today. The film opens with an intense scene of a bar fight between the Wanderers and the Fordhams, setting the stage for the film's themes of violence and tribal loyalty. As the story progresses, we're introduced to Richie's inner circle, including his hot-headed friend Joey, who acts as Richie's conscience, often challenging his decisions. Another important character is Buddy, Richie's dim-witted but loyal friend who provides comic relief. Meanwhile, the enigmatic Nina enters Richie's life, representing a chance for personal growth and a different future. However, this is complicated by Richie's engagement to Despy. The plot thickens when a new gang, the Ducky Boys, arrives on the scene. Led by the menacing Solo, their presence disrupts the existing gang hierarchy and raises the stakes for the Wanderers. As the various gangs vie for power and control, alliances shift and betrayals emerge, culminating in a violent showdown. Throughout the film, there are several memorable encounters between the gangs, including a tense standoff in an alley, which showcases the film's blend of realism and surrealism. As the violence escalates, the film takes a tragic turn with the death of a beloved character, prompting Richie to reevaluate his choices and confront the consequences of his actions. In the aftermath of this tragedy, Richie and his crew face their most formidable challenge yet, forcing them to band together and fight for their survival. The film reaches its climax during a football game, which turns into a massive brawl between the gangs. In the end, the battle for supremacy leaves a lasting impact on all of the characters, forcing them to come to terms with the changing times and the loss of innocence. Ken Wall delivers a captivating performance as Richie, perfectly embodying the character's swagger and underlying vulnerability. His portrayal of a young man torn between his loyalties and his evolving sense of self is both compelling and relatable. John Friedrich steals many of his scenes as the volatile and tragic Joey, delivering a nuanced performance that perfectly captures the character's internal conflict. Karen Allen is radiant as Nina, bringing a rebellious yet charming energy to the screen in what would become her breakout role. Erland Van Lith is unforgettable as Terror, the hulking Baldy with a surprising passion for opera. His comedic timing is impeccable, and his ability to convey both physicality and pathos is truly remarkable. The ensemble cast is fantastic, with each member bringing their A-game and blurring the lines between caricature and raw humanity. Michael Imperioli is solid as Perry, displaying a natural charisma that hints at his future success. Other notable performances come from Nick Cassavetes as the menacing Solo, Tony Callum as Richie's fiancé and Brian Tarantina as the wisecracking PJ. Philip Kaufman's direction is masterful, balancing grit and heart with a steady hand. His ability to seamlessly blend genres and tones elevates the material beyond a typical gang drama. The film's visual style is striking, immersing viewers in the world of 1960s New York with authentic set design and costumes. Kaufman's direction ensures that the violence feels horrifying and impactful, while also maintaining a sense of dark humor. The film's soundtrack is a standout feature, with an expertly curated mix of doo-wop classics and ominous instrumentals that amplify the emotional beats of the story. The use of songs like Walk, the film's greatest strength lies in its immersive atmosphere. From the neon-lit stoops to the shadowy playgrounds, every frame feels drenched in authenticity. This attention to detail transports viewers to a bygone era and allows them to fully inhabit the world of the film. Another strength is the film's ability to balance moments of levity with its darker themes. The severed finger-running gag, for instance, adds a touch of absurdity to the proceedings, without undermining the film's overall tone. Similarly, the gang rants, while vicious, are laced with dark wit and provide a glimpse into the camaraderie that binds these characters together. The film's pacing is another achievement, balancing episodic adventures with character development. As the story unfolds, viewers are invested in the characters' fates, making their triumphs and setbacks all the more impactful. Furthermore, the film's exploration of cultural shifts and conflicts is handled with nuance and sensitivity. The scene where the Wanderers bond with the Black Gang, the Dell Bombers, over shared prejudice is particularly powerful, highlighting the universality of certain experiences. On the other hand, one of the film's potential weaknesses is its tonal whiplash. The film's sudden shifts from comedy to violence might be jarring for some viewers, particularly those unfamiliar with the era's sensibilities. Additionally, some might argue that certain characters like Richie's crew lack depth and serve primarily as foils to his character arc. These characters, while entertaining, don't receive the same level of development as Richie and his love interests, which could be seen as a missed opportunity. Moreover, some elements of the film haven't aged well, such as the portrayal of certain ethnic groups, like the Asian gang, the Wongs, which may feel reductive or stereotypical today. Despite this, The Wanderers has achieved cult status among film enthusiasts, gaining recognition for its raw energy and emotional honesty. Its influence on filmmakers like Scorsese and Tarantino is evident, particularly in their use of stylized violence and soundtrack-driven narratives. The film's exploration of toxic masculinity and the loss of innocence in a changing world remains strikingly relevant. The Wanderers is a visceral, unforgettable ride that will leave you breathless. Equal parts raucous, comedy, and tragic elegy. It captures the terror and exhilaration of youth on the brink of extinction. While not for the faint-hearted, it's essential viewing for fans of gritty 70s cinema and anyone who appreciates a powerful coming-of-age story. As Richie says, you don't quit The Wanderers, you're a wanderer for life. The film's impact lingers just as long. We rate The Wanderers 4 out of 5 stars. Thank you for watching the video. Please tell us what you think in the comments below. What did you think of the film? Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? What was your favorite scene? Which character did you like best? And did you agree with our assessment? Please be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon so that you never miss one of our video reviews. Also, please take a moment to support our channel. We really appreciate your support. Until next time, this is your host, reminding you to live boldly, think critically, and always have a great soundtrack. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great night.